It's Q101's Local 101. I'm Chris Payne. I'm sitting here with some of the guys from Kill Hannah, Dan, Matt, and Greg. What's going on? How you guys doing?
What's going on, man? It's really hot and sticky and gross right now.
Well, it's Lollapalooza. It's supposed to be. So, who have you guys seen so far that you've been here today? Who'd you guys catch?
Well, yesterday I saw White Lies, which I thought were awesome, and then I saw part of Depeche Mode, which is great, and then saw Kings of Leon, which is also awesome. You know. So, what about you, man?
Don't forget Darkwave Disco, 2:45 in Perry's tent.
Yeah, but let me just say something. Neither of these guys were here for my set, so it was pouring rain, so I don't blame them.
Yeah, I've got the kind of hair that just doesn't, the rain and my hair are not good friends. So I was actually, not to sound like a total chick, but I was kind of like hiding from it. I was being real antisocial yesterday, but I came out for Depeche Mode and Kings of Leon, which was awesome. But being around like a million people, it's kind of makes me anxious. I don't like it. I forget how secluded I usually am in my life, and I got here and I was just walking through, and last time I came through here somebody hit me in the nose with a frisbee and this still haunts me.
But the difference is you guys are on stage with the crowd like that, watching you. You're not used to being in the crowds. I mean, this must be really awesome for you guys, because in one venue you can see probably a ton of your favorite bands that you guys just don't get to see very often because you spend most of your time on the road and in the studio, right?
Yeah, totally. I mean, tonight, Tool and Yeah Yeah Yeahs, and who else is tonight?
I want to see Jane's Addiction tomorrow, but I have to miss it. I'm so pissed. So pissed.
Yeah, that's that was awesome. Yeah. I mean, this has been awesome Lollapalooza for me this year too. I mean, I even caught the TV on the radio show last night at the Double Door for that midnight show. That was amazing, and they're playing a little bit later tonight too. It's kind of a tough call. There's a lot of bands I want to see. Rise Against, they're on stage now, and I got to check out Tool, and I'd like to see Coheed too.
I'm pretty excited for Tool as well. This isn't the last fest I was at like this was Coachella in LA, and very, very different looking crowd here. These people are just down to get retarded here right now. Yeah. No one really seems to care about what they look like.
Except for you, of course. Except for me.
Okay, well, let's talk Kill Hannah now. What's going on? What's in the immediate future for Kill Hannah? What are you guys doing these days?
We spent so much time going to Europe in the last couple of years, we forgot that it's been 3 years since our last release.
I know.
So anyway, we've been working our butts off to put out a record this year, and it's coming out September 29th. We spent the better part of 3 months in the winter just here in Chicago with 4 different studios going at once, just doing everything we could, just like the old days, just to get this thing done. And it's coming out on Original Signal through Universal, and it's poised to be by far our best and biggest record ever.
Man, I love the last record. I mean, I still listen to it a lot. I think it's fantastic. I love the Statute song, man. I just
really?
love your vocals on that, man. It's just really, that's one of those songs for me. It's just, goosebumps, hair on my arms, that kind of a song to me.
I think you're gonna love this new record. We went into it really with the attitude we went into it last November almost with the attitude we don't even know who's going to put out this record, because we're in transition. We went from Atlantic to Roadrunner, and then really we're just kind of floating in space, and so we started writing from that perspective. Let's go back to the way it was when we did it just for ourselves and just for our immediate fans. And ironically, now it is coming out and it is going to get a really big push to the masses, but our hearts are so much more into this one than they were the last one. The last one there was so much pressure and influence, and this was really just, let's do it because this is what we do, and I can't wait for people like you, the people that like the album tracks from the last record, and the fans of ours from the late 90s who maybe were turned off by the fact that we went a little commercial with the last record. This is going to be the one that's going to unify everybody.
I didn't think you guys went too commercial. I think it just happened. I think they found it. I think everyone finally caught up with you guys. Now, I really love what Johnny K did on the last record. I mean, I really like how he really enhanced, what you guys do great anyway. Who are you guys working with for this record?
We produced this one ourselves. No, we produced this one ourselves. Yeah. So
This record is self-produced, which is kind of a new thing, but kind of familiar territory because we've always been arguing with producers, and so this time we just kind of got our way without any argument. But yeah, it's all self-produced. It's pretty incredible. This guy Dave Boschel mixed it, who's in Toronto, but he's mixed some of our favorite records ever. Peter Gabriel records and
Tool.
Yeah, Tool.
Yeah.
He mixed the Silverchair Diorama record, which is one of my favorites.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, I hate to ask, but do we have titles yet? I mean, do you have a release date you're shooting for?
Yeah, September 29th. It's called Wake Up the Sleepers. And if all this stuff we're doing right now happens the way it's supposed to, it shouldn't be hard for people to find it,
It's also, there'll be pre-orders on our website with like special deluxe editions with different covers, like certain merch items, a making of, commentary, I believe. So there's a lot of different options on how to buy the record.
Yeah, it's so cool. It's called Wake Up the Sleepers, and the label's releasing Kill Hannah pillowcases with the album, so it's going to be great.
That's going to be awesome.
Yeah.
All right.
Also, we have a digital 45 coming out on iTunes in just like a week or something. It's just so cool, It's going to be the first single, New York City Speed, with a B-side, and we're super stoked on that.
Now, is the website the best source that everyone can go to like find out everything that you guys have been talking about so far?
Yeah, pretty much. Killhannah.com is the most up to date. Anything we put on our MySpace gets onto our killhannah.com also. So, if you want to find out like certain basic information, you go to MySpace. But the main, website is killhannah.com.
Yeah, that's one thing that we emphasized over this last year too, is just to take the control back in general from everybody. So the idea that we were putting all our songs on MySpace and all our pictures and driving all that traffic to them, it just seemed ridiculous after a while. So we made a decision to there was a day years ago when killhannah.com was the ultimate source for everything. It was the forum for our fans worldwide, and we decided to just make that happen again. So any of our fans, old or new, go back to killhannah.com and you'll just see it's just how it was the old days.
What's going on? Are you live? It's good to see you, brother.
Back in the media area, and he's interviewing Kill Hannah, and I'm completely stepping on your territory.
That's right. You got to do it.
We're gonna put that on hold.
Yeah, I'm gonna let it go. I want to get your interview on it too. So
right.
Hold on. Let me get I can swear.
What?
I can swear.
No, that means we're live on Q101 right now. No, Pete, whatever. Back in the
Hello, Chicago.
How are you, man? How do you end up back here every year, even when you're not playing?
That's like the king of
Isn't
the
he?
Mentos commercials. He's the guy.
You're everywhere all the time anyway.
Wherever there's free chicken skewers, you can find me.
And it doesn't have to, it doesn't hurt that there's free.
Well, there's free, there's a lot of free stuff, and then there's a tent with free booze, which sounds great, but then you get there, and Greg was pointing out today, is like, why did I wait in line 45 minutes for vodka and pomegranate vitamin water? I'm like, dude, what are we, 16 again?
You love vitamin water, though, right?
Matt, I saw you the other night at Angels and Kings, and you mentioned to me that there's an album done.
Yeah, done. This is probably the first time that officially we can say that this record is done. We have the title. It's called Wake Up the Sleepers. We have the official release date of September 29th. We have a digital 45 coming out August 18th, I believe, on iTunes. And it's full speed ahead. It's going to get ridiculous pretty soon.
Yeah, we're going on tour with She Wants Revenge starting September 7th, I believe.
Chicago Day.
The Vic, October 1st.
I didn't see that.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I could probably start leaking right now that we're planning something really big in Chicago in terms of release party at the end of this tour. So think clear your schedule for October 2nd.
Around-ish.
Yeah.
And you guys have played this festival before. I guess just talk a little bit about as a band that is. I mean, there are a few bands that have as many roots in this city as you guys do, that are as revered in the city as you guys are. You're such a part of this culture, as is Rise Against. Tim going back to Baxter and all. Yeah, I mean, Rise Against is on right now in Grant Park, and he's saying, I just heard him say before we